The Josh Show 2022, Season 2, where we endeavor to save the world or possibly end it. Brought to you by Blue Sphere Productions. Join us every Friday on YouTube and Facebook Live. You can find us everywhere. Join us here live, 3 p.m. on The Jaw Show. Hello and welcome to The Jaw Show. My guest today is Lisa Murphy. We're just waiting for her picture to come up here real quick. I can edit this part out too, so there she is. Hello, Lisa, and welcome to The Jaw Show. How are you doing today?
Well, good. How are you doing? Thanks for having me.
I'm proud to have you here today. So brought you here today so you can tell me a little bit about what it is you do and why you do it. So I guess first of all, I'd like you to introduce yourself to my podcast subscribers here.
Okay. Well, my name is Lisa Murphy, and I am the singing cowgirl. I'm a professional entertainer, and I do about 450 shows to 500 shows a year in about 5 states right now. And I just really enjoy performing, and I've been doing it for about 40 years now.
And so singing cowgirl, what was the inspiration behind it? Was it always something along with the cowgirl genre or that kind of music that got you into it? Or is it
well, I've always go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say what kind of started the journey, and then you were starting to tell the journey.
Well, sure. Yeah, I'm a real cowgirl. I love horses and have been riding since I was 6 months old. But my total influence is John Denver. I'm friends with his family, and so I got to meet him a few times, and I went to his funerals when he passed, and I promised his family that I would keep his music alive. So I'm actually a John Denver tribute artist in Minnesota. And also I recorded my second CD about 2.5 years ago, and it is my tribute to John Denver.
And John Denver is one of my favorite artists as well, because he was one of the things that coming up when I heard his music, I thought, he's kind of one of the reasons that kind of got me into that style of music, where I wasn't as good with that kind of style of music. I really hated country as a kid. I didn't, because my father listened to it, and I was like, all the time, it was like the twangy country I didn't like. But when I heard John Denver, he took it to at least I liked the way he did his music. So
yeah, he was more of a folk artist, he wasn't really in the country category
right.
Anyway. But,
so,
yeah.
But he always kind of got lauded in with them a lot of the time when he was, like you said,
right.
more of a folk artist than a country artist,
Yes.
So
yes, he was.
I guess what was the so tell me about when you go to your events, what is it that you do during your performances? Do you do a certain kind of act, or do you have, or you just go per performance, just try to put it all out there? What can they expect when they come to see the singing cowgirl, or they say they want to see the singing cowgirl?
Well, I play guitar and sing, and I do a very, very interactive show. And so I do songs that are very familiar to my audience, and I get them to participate in singing along. And some people even dance once in a while, and they just have a really good time. And I like to throw in some humor with my show. So I will, pick on certain people and just have a really good time with them. Makes them feel really good about themselves too.
So you've been doing this for a while now, and I guess I'm wondering, was there any kind of story, kind of like why you wanted to become the singing cowgirl, or is there something that you tell? What's your story of why you became the singing cowgirl? I mean, was it something that happened besides John Denver? Was there anything else in your life that kind of inspired you?
Nope, it was pretty much John Denver totally influenced me 100%.
Okay, so tell me about like where do you go perform? Where do you like to go put yourself out there?
Okay, well, I do a lot of senior living communities, but I also do private parties. I do fairs, events, festivals. I do singing telegrams. I've done everything you can about imagine. There isn't too many venues I haven't done in my 40 years. And right now, probably 80% or so of my shows are senior living communities.
Okay. And in the senior living communities, like I said, do you put on a show for them and it's mostly John Denver music, or is it all genres, or is it just mostly John Denver?
Well, I do some of the older country. I do 50s and 60s, and I do a lot of sing along stuff. And then of course I do John Denver as well.
Okay. And do you when what is your mission when you go out into these things? Are you trying to bring them, a good entertaining show? Or are you just trying to bring up their spirits? What's your reasoning for going out there and saying, "Hey, I'm the singing cowgirl, come see me"?
Yeah, I want to make people happy. I want to make people feel good about themselves. I want to make people smile and just genuinely have a good time. This world needs that. It needs a lot of that,
Yeah. So tell me about
as you know.
is there something that sometime when you went out that you made it very special, like you like tell your clients about, like tell me a time when things went extra good or extra bad and you kind of had to come back to it a little bit. So
Yeah, with the COVID thing and everything, I was off for quite a few months, and I guess about 15 months. I only did 8 shows, and this is totally what I do for a living. So I was kind of bummed out, and then I don't really have any family, so my audiences are my families now, and so I wasn't able to get out there and spread the joy. So I was pretty down too for a while there.
yeah. Well, this show was born out of COVID because I was so bored sitting at home doing nothing that I said, "Hey, I can do something with my time." So I decided to go put on a podcast and say, I want to bring people onto my show who are local talented artists and stuff like that, and be able to show themselves some of their
That
things
was a great idea. Yeah.
do. So, kind of get us more community oriented, because we all have things we want to contribute to one another, but it's like, how do we get connections if we're not willing to say, "Hey, I want to learn about you a little bit better. You want to learn about me a little bit better." So that's what I'm trying to get my audience to do, is
Sure.
that if they're going to see the singing cowgirl, maybe someone who's in the senior community who could really use something like that during a COVID event might have been something great. But because COVID limited how much you could go out and interact with people, a lot of people explored the Zoom aspect. I think you froze a little bit. Those evil people trying to destroy my evil plan again. We're waiting to see if the camera kind of catches up with us here for a little bit, guys. So Lisa, singing cowgirl, goes out to senior communities, and she does performing act where she does mostly John Denver songs and stuff like that. And oh, there she is. Okay, give her a second to come on back on, guys. Gotta. So anyway, we're just waiting for Lisa to come back on because those evil people kicked off Lisa from the show. Those evil people trying to kick you off of my show, they're trying to stop my evil plan. I'm telling you right there.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, Lisa, I can hear you now. Welcome you
Yeah,
back.
see about Zoom? Yeah,
Yeah,
the Zoom it just went out. Yeah, it does that. That's what I mean about Zoom. It's not very accurate. you know.
yeah, that's okay. It happens sometimes. We have glitches
Yeah,
happen here on our show, and I just got to keep going. And I don't
right.
think it was your fault. I think it was those evil people trying to stop my evil plan. So,
Oh, okay.
it wasn't you, it was them. But so anyway, as we were talking about you getting out there and why you were doing it and stuff, kind of inspiring that you're going out to senior living communities, and you were telling me about an event where you kind of brought a lot of happiness to a group of people or someone that you said you were going to tell me about, and then the show.
Yeah, that's just my show in general. No matter where I go and what I do, that's just what I do. That's the general concept in my performance, is that you're going to have fun and you're going to be happy. A lot of times when I'm done with my show, which is about 45 minutes normally, when I'm heading for the door, they threaten to lock me in so I can't get out.
Well, if you're that good, maybe you should
Yeah,
say,
they
"Well,
like me.
I'll
They
stay for a
keep
little bit
me,
extra on the side there."
right?
So,
Yeah, they threaten to keep me until I tell them they have to do like my other 8 shows or whatever that week,
yeah,
then they open the
it
door.
shows. They've locked you into a contract
Yes,
already. Well,
right?
so when you're going out and doing the shows and you're doing this, so you're doing this not only for a career, you're also doing this to bring some joy to the community as well. So I'm sure that there
Right.
are a lot of times when maybe there was a special birthday or something, a special event, where you went out of your way to make them to. I want people to hear what kind of experiences people have told you about. Like, have you ever gotten feedback from people and what their experiences and stories are like?
Yes, yes, I have. I've gotten a number of Google reviews and they've all been 5 stars because they always say that, if they always tell people if they have not seen me perform, that they need to do that because they said they'll have such a great time that, they wouldn't want to miss it kind of thing. So
Right. Do you have anything available? Like, I don't know if you brought up anything here from your Google or you are you on YouTube or Facebook where they can find
I
you?
do have, yeah, yeah, I have YouTube. I have some video on YouTube. Also, they can go to my website. I don't have video on there, but they can check out, how I got started. And my John Denver CD is for sale on my website, and it's singingcowgirl.com.
So that's singingcowgirl.com, guys. If you want to check out some of her music and stuff like that and see what she does, so you guys can come on and check this out. Well,
And they can also check Facebook as well. I'm on
right.
Facebook under Lisa Murphy and Singing Cowgirl. I have a ton of stuff on there.
So that's a good way to find out where she's at. And I was going to try to see if I could bring up something so that they could see some of your stuff here, but I was having issues. That's why I was asking if there's somewhere I could go
Okay.
up. Mm. All right, here we go. All right, I'm going to share the screen, guys, for a second so we can see a little bit of Lisa Murphy's stuff here. So,
This is Lisa Murphy. Everyone, you leave before you, I'm sure she'll still be here. Take a look at the vehicle she came in. When she honks the horn and whinnies like a horse. I think you're gonna love it. Okay, here we go.
Well, hi folks, how you doing today? Well, my name is Lisa Murphy. Like she said, I am the singing cowgirl. I live about 5 miles southwest of Mankato, Minnesota. I live on a ranch. Right now I don't have a horse because I am doing so many shows. I am gone all the time. In fact, last year I did 500 shows. So I'm on the road all the time. And tonight I'm staying overnight in Burnsville. I've got a show in Plymouth tomorrow. I also have another show today in Hopkins before I go to Burnsville. So I hope you guys like John Denver. I'm actually friends with John's family. Actually, I'm good friends with Annie's dad, who had a place called the Holiday House in St. Peter, Minnesota. She wrote this on his.
we're going to skip over to a little bit of where
Annie's song.
All right, here we go, guys. You can listen to Lisa Murphy.
You fill up my senses like a night in a forest, like the mountains in springtime, like a walk in the rain, like a storm in the deserts, like a sleepy blue ocean. You fill up my senses. Come fill me again. Come and let me love you. Let me give my life to you. Let me drown in your laughter. Let me die in your arms. Let me lay down beside you. Let me always be with you. Come, let me love you. Come, love me again. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I can walk in the rain, like a storm in the deserts, like a sleepy blue ocean. You fill up my senses, come fill me again.
All right, everybody, welcome back. That's a little bit of Lisa Murphy there via the YouTube there. We're gonna wait for her picture to come back on here.
Hello?
Hello, Lisa. Just waiting for the
Yeah, it
picture.
cut out again for a minute there.
It's okay. So that was a little bit about what you do there for people to see. So just to kind of give them a little bit of rundown of where they can find you again on Facebook and on YouTube, at singingcowgirl.com is where you can find out her information and stuff and how to book her if you're interested in stuff like that. But I know the real reasons you're here today, Lisa. I know the real reason. You're here to stop my evil plan, and you're here to stop me from destroying the world. So I've got a question for you. Mom,
Okay,
if you could save the world in one thought, if you could do it, how would you save the world?
by giving love.
By giving love. Can you give me an example for my attitude? What that means, giving love?
Well, just I'd give you a show and make you feel really good, and there's lots of love in my show.
All right. So spreading the love is and just giving the people the experience so they go home and they feel happy and content that they went out and
Right.
enjoyed a nice show today. That's how we're going to save the world. That's a good idea.
Right.
Because everyone needs a break every once in a while. Sometimes you need to go enjoy something to prove to ourselves that this life really is worth living without the music
There's
and
got to be more love and less hate.
right, more love and less hate. So in the community and stuff like that, is there anything that you're doing that you're any social things that you get behind or anything that you'd like to say that you're a part of or that you'd like to give a shout out to?
I guess no, just the performing thing, I guess, is the biggest thing for me.
Okay. So kind of what this is about, what my show is trying to get people to go out and do more for their community. Sounds like you're doing that already by doing your shows. So, maybe like a small food drive or something like that along with it, or something like if you have extra food and you need some extra food, bring a can, take a can kind of a thing, or
Well, I
something like
guess
that.
one thing that I'm in is I am in the brother sister program through our YMCA, and I was in it for 10 years, and then I lived somewhere else for a couple of years, and then I moved back to where I'm at now, and so I have a little sister again through the Y brother sister program, and that does a lot too, with the blended families and that nowadays it makes a difference to have somebody they can talk to, and I'm trying to be a good mentor to her, you know, and she loves singing and stuff. So we got matched up. That was a great match because she loves to sing and she likes to dance. I'm not really into dancing that much, but she's really good at it. She just turned 16 and she wants to come to a show. She hasn't been to my show yet. We just got matched up almost a year ago now, but so she's going to come to a show and she'll just love it. I know she will. And the older folks will just love her.
Yeah,
Seeing the young folks, they love that. So,
perform with you, right?
yeah, right.
So I got, that's great because big brothers and sisters, I never got to do that myself, but I always admired what they did because I was one of the
Okay.
kids who said, maybe I should call them and say I need some help too, because I was one of those kids who grew up without a dad. And
Oh, okay.
so,
Mhm.
when I was living, I actually looked into the big brothers and sisters because my dad was living in a different place and not in a good place at the
Okay.
time. But I
Sure.
never felt like that was what I needed, at least in my life. But I think that's a great community to be a part of because that's exactly what we talk about here on the show. It's going out there and helping people just get them started on their path to finding out a better way to live, to be happy. You're giving her the
Sure.
example of, hey, here's some experience of what I've been through. You get to see what I'm going through on a daily basis. So if someday you do want to become a singer, you kind of know what to expect here.
Right.
And then also,
Right.
the side benefit of getting someone who they can talk to and also confide in, and maybe be able to do a little bit of things in their own lives. And I've always been very supportive of big brothers and sisters. I think they're an awesome
Sure.
program. So if you are in need of a big brother or a sister, here's some testimony of someone who's actually been a big sister and someone who's hearing that they're doing a great job with that. So I'm a part of a community too. I'm a part of a group that goes out there and tries to help people all the time as well. They're called the Standing Stones. And we go out there and try to do community things once in a while. We try to throw barbecues, try to do a couple of different things. We've been working on ourselves for a while, but we're trying to get back
That's
out
awesome.
there. That COVID has ended and get back out there and do some more giving to the community once we're back on a more stable platform like everyone else is getting right now. Because of COVID, everything kind of went wanky out the
Yeah,
door.
I know. That
So,
screwed up a lot of stuff, yeah.
so Lisa, tell me if there's anything that's going on right now that you are concerned about going on in the world that you'd like to talk about with my guest here, because this is an open forum for people to tell them what they believe in this world, if we can change or do better, or if there's something that you'd like to say to my guest that maybe you'd like to say. So
All I'm saying is I was raised, I'm pretty old fashioned, and I was raised to, honor people, respect people, care about people. And I just don't think there's enough of that going on in the world. And I think that's why the world is like it is because, there's not enough of that. And there just needs to be a whole lot more. And I'm trying to, get that across to people that, that we need a lot more than that. And I don't have any family, so my friends are everything to me. They're the ones that I go to for support because my parents are both gone and I have two brothers, but they're not good people. So, they're
Yep.
terrible people actually. So that's what I'm trying to portray, I guess, is that we need to care and respect and, each other about each other. And, that's what the world needs.
and that's exactly what the world is. I have a brother who didn't do exactly the right things in this world and had to pay a price because he committed a crime he wasn't supposed to commit. Now he's got to live with that crime the rest of his life.
Right.
So, I have family members like that too. And then I have an extended family like you who are more family to me than my own my birth family sometimes.
Right. Right.
Number one, I see them more. And number two, they choose to be my family rather than have to be part of my family. So
That's really cool. That's really
So,
cool.
it's important that we all find our own community, even if that's the senior community, even if that's just the clients that you have. Those are the family members that are going to be touched by what you do and then go home and say, you know what, I went and saw Lisa Weber today, the Cowgirl show. She got me to realize that, hey, I felt good about the music. I enjoyed what she was doing out there and stuff like that, and really getting into all of that and enjoying the show. And then they come back and at least they've had that experience where they can have one day where they got to experience some joy and laughter in their life and got to experience something like that.
Right.
That's why we go to shows like that, to go see an artist that we like or something we see, because we want them to come see us so we can show them what we are all about. And that's what the Josh show is all about, trying to get you and your voice out there. You have a lot of subscribers and a lot of people who already know about you already. So that's what I'm working on. I'm working on getting my voice out there a little bit. But I know
That's
that
awesome.
time and takes thing, but I like the way I'm doing things. So but I really want to say thank you for being here today, Lisa. You've been an
Well,
awesome
thank you, Josh.
guest for me here today. And if they have any more questions about you, or if they find out any more information about, they can go to singingcowgirl.com. And if there's anything else that you'd like to say or any way they'd like to get a hold of you, please let them know now.
Well, I do have an upcoming concert in Mankato. That's where I'm from, Mankato, Minnesota. I have an upcoming concert on Saturday, October 1st at 6:30, and it's at the Mankato Brewery, and it is a John Denver tribute show.
All right, so be sure to check that out, guys. And if you want to go check out her music, be sure to go check her out live, where you can check her out, I'm sure, on YouTube and her videos as well. And so I'd like to thank Lisa Weber for being here today. I'm sorry, Murphy. I don't know why I said Weber, but
Yeah.
the old ticker doesn't work as good as it used to. So I think
Well,
we
thank you.
successfully stayed off my evil plan for now. I'll have to think long and hard about this love thing that you keep telling me about. We have to spread more of, because I think it's a great idea and we should get on that toot sweet. So, you know, that's what we're doing here today, and don't be afraid to go check her out, guys, and thank you for being here today.
Thank you. Have a great one.